talk the Fabry disease. Okay, so the Fabry disease, the important thing about the Fabry disease that how the patient present, or what is the questions you are likely to see about the Fabry disease. And the question in the question variant, they're probably gonna give you the symptoms, and then they will ask you what is the enzyme deficiency, or what is the storage, what is accumulated substrate, and or they may ask you about what kind of mode of inheritance of that specific disease it is. So it is very important for you to differentiate about that specific disease. And the key points about these one is that you have to memorize, and usually it is very hard, and we usually forget about how to differentiate. So that's why I am going to bring some key points via a picture memory, which I will just share with you in a minute. So the first thing what we need to know is that it's the triad of episodic peripheral neuropathy. So as you can see here, so that is the number one. You're gonna see that the patient has a neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy problem. Second is gonna be angiokeratoma, which as you guys can see here in the picture is the angiokeratoma, and hypohidrosis. So the patient is gonna present with it's like the dehydration, no sweating. Okay, and if the disease is in late, you can have the renal failure and cardiovascular diseases. So these are also associated with this renal failure and cardiovascular diseases. So let me bring a key point. Galactosidase is the enzyme that is deficient in this one, and ceramide trihexoside is the accumulated substrate. Okay, so now let me bring up the pictures that you can see, and let's see. Okay, so here is the picture. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to give you a little bit hints about this picture, and then you can remember. So Fabry disease, there is an old lady sitting inside of a car, as you guys can see here. So there is an old lady here. She is sitting in the car, and she's doing something with the fibers. Okay, like a fiber clothes and something like that, like a sewing something. Okay, so that's with that hint, we can say that this is a Fabry disease. Okay, she is using fibers to do something, and then she's holding something in front of the car, as you guys can see here, and this looks like axons. Okay, so this Fabry disease is gonna have the neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy. This is the hint for neuropathy. And then she is sitting inside of the car, as you guys can see, that can lead towards the cardiomyopathy. So this patient can have the cardiomyopathy. Now, as you guys can see here is the rust, and the rust is look a little bit dots on that car. So you're gonna also see, and it looks like an angiokeratoma, as you guys can see here in the picture. So this dust looks like an angiokeratoma. An X sign in the pictures tells you that this is X-linked inheritance, mode of inheritance. And now the second portion is, as you guys can see, there is a machine for the gas, and it is out of order. And these tubes looks like a renal tube. So the problem with in this patient, Fabry disease, you're gonna have a renal failure. And another hint for this Fabry disease is the hypohidrosis. For hypohidrosis, if you see here, it is today's temperature is 120. So there is so much temperature, and it's a sunny day, you're gonna have a hypohidrosis. Okay, and then on this side is how to remember the enzyme. So enzyme is the gallon. So this is the gallon that is on the side. So gallon on the side is a galactosidase. So enzyme is gallon on the side, galactosidase. On the other side, if you look at the back side of the car, okay, and because we are storing something at the back of the car, so that's what is stored in as an accumulated substrate. So how we remember that? Trihexoside. So this is also on the side, and these are three ceramics. as you guys can see here. So that's why it's called ceramide triaxoside. So recap, Fabry disease, the old lady is holding fiber, uh, and then she's holding something in front, and that can looks like axons. And this the Fabry disease caused the peripheral neuropathy, and rest on the car is angiokeratoma, cardiomyopathy. Out of order is the renal problems, the renal issues, and then you have a hypohidrosis. Today's temperature is really high, and galactosidase. Galactosidase is galen on the side is galactosidase and X-linked. So let me just finish this video because I don't want to, bring all the diseases in one video. It's just gonna be so long. So I will just finish this one with Fabry disease, and I will come back with another one. So for right now, thank you very much for watching my video.